Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul over here. Today we have our members of Discord, and we are discussing the movie that you voted for, Andhadhun. So let me just pull them up over here for Discord, and you guys can take a look at what we're going to discuss today. So we have just watched the movie together on Discord, and yeah. So how are you guys?
We're
We are
fine.
good. We are good,
Are
teacher
you?
Paul.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you guys a shout out. So we have Arjun, Drona, JRK, Deadman, Mewtwo Baby, Virat, and Joker. You guys can
Take my
turn
real
on.
name, please. Vansh. It's Vansh.
What's
That day
your
also you asked me.
real name?
Vansh. Vansh.
I'm visible now.
Yes. Hi there.
Yeah.
if
Hello, sir.
if everyone can turn on their cameras, that would be nice also. Okay.
This is great. All right.
Oh, I'm here then. Okay. So hi Drona, are you a streamer?
I'm not a streamer, but I'm a gamer for sure.
Why
Yeah.
don't you stream?
Because I have no time. I mean, I'm more into studies and I'm preparing for some examinations to crack. That's why I'm not into YouTube right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Bro, which act?
what was that?
So, what's
Okay.
that?
So we have just finished watching Andhadhun, right? Did you watch from the beginning with me?
Yeah, I was there right from the beginning, and I am here. I have made some list to discuss about the movie.
Oh, that's
So,
great. You're prepared.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's go for it.
Yeah. So this movie was actually not a movie, but a complete literature. Right.
Okay.
So there are, according to me, there are four theories uh, that how this movie was in the end. You know how this movie was ended. The theory,
Okay.
ending, explanation. All right. So I'll just tell you some points. All right.
Yeah.
Keep those points in your mind, and then I'll tell you a story, and just you will find that those points are applicable in that story. All right.
Okay, good.
The
Let's
first
go.
point is, suppose you have made a mistake. All right.
Yes.
And then you went somewhere, I mean, thousands of miles away from that place, and suddenly you meet that friend, and that friend will ask you that, hey, what had happened that time? So it's human nature that you would like to whitewash yourself, and I mean, you will try to hide your mistakes there. All right.
Yeah.
So as you all know, throughout the beginning, we have seen that it was written, what is life? It all depends on liver, something like that. All right.
Yeah.
So the first explanation is how the movie goes. Like, yeah, he might have, like, everything is fine, and in the end, the Akash had accepted the offer from that doctor, and he just took his I mean, her eyes, and doctors sold her kidneys and liver and all those things. This is the first explanation, which is kind of true. And because he is meeting Sophie after this long, so he just made his last as you can see, the last speech, it was, I mean, it seems fake, like he was only praising her, like, I could not take, I am so innocent, I cannot take her, I mean, eyes, how could you do that, please drop me and her together in the road and you can go away,
Yeah.
something like that.
So it
All right.
feels like he knew she was there, right? He was
Yeah,
just saying for play for her.
No, he did not knew. He just took her eyes and sold her kidneys and liver. But he was making that story to convince Sophie that, yes, I am innocent one.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Even though, you know, from the beginning he said, I want to go to London to pursue
So
my dreams or whatever. So if he had a friend,
yeah, so
all right,
let me just understand. What you're saying is that scene of him almost getting run over, and the scene that he was telling
Yeah.
her, you're saying that is a made up story just for the girl.
yeah, to convince her, to prove her that, yeah, I'm not
Okay.
the guilty, I mean, I am the much innocent guy ever made on this planet.
Interesting.
So
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
yeah, I
you.
can hear you.
Bro, this theory is correct. You don't need to say any other theory because I have some points which will make this theory more believable.
No, I know, but I have four theories. So after
Okay,
I am complete,
go on,
then
go
you
on, go
can
on.
just counter my theories. All
Yes, yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes. Yes,
Will
bro.
that be okay? All right, all right. So yeah, teacher Paul. So yeah,
Guys, by the way, try to turn
where
on your
I?
cameras, by the way. Try to turn on your cameras because it will be more enjoyable if you guys are with your cameras on. Okay, keep going. So you said that he made the story up just to convince his friend or potential girlfriend that
Yeah,
he
yeah,
took
yeah. Sophie.
the high moral ground. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sophie.
absolutely. The thing is, he always wanted to go to London. All right,
And why
and
isn't he in
if
Europe?
no, no, yeah, but Europe is obviously London is obviously in Europe. Not now, but the movie was released in 2019. So at that time, London was obviously Europe.
Yeah.
Am I right?
But
So
why didn't they show London instead, right? Because if they had a city, why didn't they show
mhm.
London? But they said somewhere in
this,
Europe.
this is not the point. After all, he wanted to go to London, or I'm. This might be possible that he didn't get any job in London, so
Or
he had to
maybe
move
he
to
didn't get
some other
enough money,
city.
right? Maybe he didn't get enough money. Because
Possibly, yes.
when I was
Yeah.
watching and I saw that they said somewhere in Europe,
Hmm.
I thought, maybe he went to somewhere in Europe because he didn't have enough money to go to London because London is more expensive than, like for example, Portugal. So
Yeah, yeah.
in my head, I thought maybe he didn't get
Mhm.
the money. He didn't. He just got the eye surgery. Okay, but keep going. Your second theory?
All right. He said that he went Mumbai, and then after, with the help of a friend, he went there where they met, like Sophie and Akash. Right.
Yeah.
My question is, if he already had that friend, then why this all mess for? Like he would have went that place with help of that very friend way before this all, I mean, happened.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that friend is also a fake character. This is my first theory. All right. And who was that? Who was like saying that this is the only theory?
Yeah.
Let me
Joker.
let me again. All right, Joker. Hi, Joker. I mean, let me jump straight to the second theory. The second theory says, if you have seen the movie from the very beginning, it says it's a long story. Coffee. All right. So from the very beginning, we can see that yeah, the whole story is made up. All
Yeah.
right, the whole story from that police guy, all those kidney, liver, everything is made up.
And
Right.
we just assume that the policeman died, right? Because we didn't see the true outcome if he actually died. But you see
We
that
did. We,
all the
see,
characters were kind of like killed off.
in the end, he had to burn that girl, Simi. The car burst into fire. He had to burn her because to end that story then and there. You know,
Yeah, but then if she's
this might be
burnt,
possible.
how can he have gotten her eye,
Yeah, this is the second. I mean, theory.
right?
Uh,
The
what is
same
that
question I
theory?
had in my mind that if she got burnt in the car with that burst, how
Hmm.
he was able to get the eye transplanted.
Exactly, or the kidney. See, so
Yes, nothing was possible.
He,
there are a few
it
things that
might
doesn't
be.
make sense.
I
No, no, no. I'll
think
just
this
tell you. I'll just tell
was
you.
some bad ending.
We can see in the movie, right? Let me counter that. In the beginning, I mean, where you cannot make up those things where you and me both are witness. You know,
Yeah,
so he cannot lie to Sophie where lie. I mean, Sophie and Akash both are witnessing that frame. All right. So where he was sleeping with that lady, Simi, all right,
yeah,
and Sophie caught them, right? So he cannot tell that he cannot lie that part. We have to believe that because he is ultimately narrating that story to Sophie, right?
yeah. She
And he
was
cannot. He
there.
can. Yeah, yeah. She was there, so you cannot lie. All right. So this is my third theory. My second theory failed. All right, and this is the third theory.
Okay.
I'm sorry because I just missed. I mean, the third theory is he was in love with that Simi, Right
Okay.
after, like, Pramod Sinha went, he came, he played the piano, and somehow they ended up loving each other. And he was actually in the bed with Simi. And when she came, because throughout the movie we can see Akash is always asking for sympathy from everybody. You know, he's always asking for sympathy. Even, I mean, that's why he's playing blind
And
all the time.
there is a scene where she's gonna untie him and she touches his hand and he actually kind of, if you see his facial expression, he kind of likes it.
Yeah, that's the point. It might be possible because, see, that police inspector character, that Masi character, that
Yeah.
Murli character, all of them have not met Sophie, and Sophie did not met them. There
Yeah.
might be creation of his mind. Isn't it possible?
Yeah, because he has been lying since the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and you can see, and he is making this story up. We can see that because that, I mean, a girl gave him that stick, and that stick was a rabbit faced stick. So after watching that stick, he might have made all those story from rabbit to all those things in his
And
mind.
and there's another thing that when I was watching, I thought, how did he see the rabbit? I mean, he could have heard the gun and he saw the car being in an accident, but how did he see the rabbit? How did he know there was a rabbit there? The rabbit
Yeah, absolutely. The end scene is obviously made up. You know.
Yeah. And also, there's another thing that we need to think. If he is
Yeah.
somewhere in Europe and she found him, what are the coincidences, right? What are the chances? So maybe he followed her there. I don't know. Maybe that's a theory.
Might be
Wow.
possible.
Yeah, because if it was something that was supposed to happen by chance, it could have had a bigger chance if he was in London, she was in London, and then she
Yeah.
saw a concert of his. But no, it was somewhere in Europe. Europe is huge, and
Right.
they still met. So maybe he followed her, or I don't know.
He was stalking her. Yeah, it might be possible.
It might be possible.
Why in some random place in Europe? Why not London? Even though this movie revolves around London only.
Yeah, and
Right.
it was in a specific place where maybe he knew that she was gonna be there. I don't know. Maybe there's a second movie and this can be explained. I don't know.
And the end we know that he might be partially blind and he was just enjoying all those things. This might be also a theory.
Yeah.
Like, he just, when he, I mean, put his mouth into the bucket, we can clearly see one eye is working and eye became white.
Yeah.
You know. So this might be possible. He became partially blind, and he again played with them and said, like, yes, we are actually. I mean, I am 100% blind now, because every coins. I mean, everything went into his favor only. You know,
Yeah.
like, why did Simi just poked that doctor with that thing? I mean, doctor was watching Simi. Like, he could have saved himself, but a blind man came and grabbed Simi from the back, and Simi could not stab him. So a blind man is, this doesn't make sense. Like, if she can stab a doctor with that thing, all right, she can also stab that blind man like this everywhere. I mean, this is not possible that he helped doctor
Yeah.
from stabbing, and he did not get any wound in his own body.
Okay.
So this might be possible. This might be a theory too, because he might be partial blind, and till the end he remains partial blind. He's again wearing that glass, and but on the same time he can see and just kick the, I mean, that thing
Yeah.
with his stick, that cane,
But
right?
my question is, why would he continue? Because he saw that this had a lot of problems for him. Why would he even continue pretending to be blind, right? Maybe to get the sympathy of Sophie.
Throughout the movie, one thing is sympathy, not of Sophie, obviously, but from anybody. All
Anybody.
right, a blind man, poor guy, something like that.
Yeah.
And the second thing is he is still partially blind. All right, so
Yeah.
he can get advantage of partial non-blindness. Like, you can still see, but still getting sympathy. All those things, like, you are blind, so you can get seat, you can get this money. I have, I mean,
Yeah,
you are
you
so
see-
poor, I can give you more money tips. But
In the
you have
beginning of
that
the
advantage
movie-
that,
In
yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning of the movie, he received a tip. He was mistaken for a homeless man,
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
and he just
The
took it.
and he was also a very money saving guy because he was all living in a NGO apartment, just paying 500 rupees.
Yeah.
So he wanted money maybe and sympathy.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie, we can see everyone is evil except that Akash. This movie is obviously made by Akash. That's why
Exactly.
he's innocent. He's innocent in every scene.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's the only innocent in his own mind, right?
Yeah, this movie is obviously, I mean, made up.
Okay.
That the whole story of the movie, you know. And what is
Yes,
again?
and I'm not at all satisfied with the ending of the movie. I thought it could have been better
See,
because they didn't even told what happened to Manohar, who got stuck in the lift, and after that, what happened to that 1 crore money.
As I have said earlier, Manohar, that auto guy, Murli, all right, that Masi, Murli's mother or wife, I don't exactly know. All those might be characters of his mind, you
yeah,
know, because Sophie never met them, so Sophie had to believe what he will say, that there was a policeman, there was an auto rickshaw guy, there was a lottery seller. They all might be from their his own mind,
yeah,
and Sophie had to believe it because Sophie was not there. Sophie never met that police guy, neither she met that or lottery seller or auto rickshaw guy, you know.
yeah.
So Sophie
So
can only believe where both of them are involved. So he is not, definitely he's not going to lie that part that
yeah.
he both were involved, and this might be possible
So
that,
what you're
yeah,
saying essentially is that the only true scenes is where Sophie and him are together, right?
together in
Yeah,
one frame
yeah.
basically. And the second thing is,
But wait,
he is,
let's
yeah,
just
all
before you
right.
continue, hold that thought. Before you continue, let's go back to what
Yeah,
Arjun was saying. Arjun was saying that he's not satisfied because there were loose strings. We didn't see what happened to the cop because he got shot, or he shot himself in the elevator. There were many characters that we didn't see what their outcome would be, right? So Arjun, you wanted something more tying up the strings, right?
Yeah, also I think in the end, that he was telling the whole story was not told. Uh, if you consider that first they showed whole of the story to us,
Yeah,
then he only narrated the last part
yeah,
in front
yeah.
of us. The
This
thing
is
is
my
exactly.
that.
first theory.
So there cannot be the thing that he just left those parts. He only narrated that car part where he was
He
talking
was
with the
being
doctor
very,
and all.
you know, moral, and I cannot take his eye. You are doing wrong.
Yeah.
Drop us both there.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is this is so made up. We can clearly see that this is speech is very, you know,
The way I would
Yeah.
do
cheesy.
it, like if I was directing the movie, the way I would do it, I would not
Yeah.
have that last scene of the woman, what's her name? Simi, right?
See me.
I would not
Yeah.
have the scene of Simi attacking the doctor. I would just leave a subtle ending where you don't know what decision he made, so that we, the audience, make this decision for him. So we don't know if he's still blind, or if he took the option, like in Inception. I don't know if you watched it. So that's how I would end the movie. We would have a subtle, like for example, a glass would fall and he would pick it, or he would grab it, or something that a blind man can do, but it's a little bit sus, right? That's how I would end the movie, with him doing something that a blind man can do, but it's very, very, very difficult for him to do, like grabbing something that is falling, you know, and like what he did. Okay, if he had done that, but without the scene that he explained, I think that would be a perfect ending, because we would have to decide if he took the moral ground, or if he took, the money. I think that would be an interesting thing, because then we would have more theories than just,
Yeah.
because obviously it makes no sense that Simi would forgive him, turn the car around, and try to run him over. I mean, that's really counterproductive. I don't know. I wasn't shocked by that scene. I was like, okay, so this is a little bit strange. Which can,
What I expected
yeah,
that they would just clear whole story out, and they would just tell everything what happened, and they would not leave any
Any
The thing is,
questions?
Simi wanted to kill him because everywhere they're saying that blind can still talk. They both were like taunting each other.
Yeah.
So that's why she got a chance to kill that guy. So she thought, why not just finish this thing?
But she could
Enough
have
of suffering now.
stabbed him in the car or whatever. But okay.
Probably she, after listening his speech, made her mind that I would abandon him in the middle of the road. Then she thought, why don't I just
Yeah.
end this story here?
But that's the
Anything
thing.
could happen, yeah. But yeah,
That's
this
the
is
thing.
incomplete thing. Yeah.
The character shouldn't be so confused. The character should have like
I want to
a I don't know,
Certain
a
mindset.
consistent.
I want to say
Yeah.
something.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
let
please.
Joker talk.
Bro, I'm sending one screenshot in the worst party chat. Look at this. I took it when you was watching the movie.
Okay.
So the main character was going with the doctor in the car,
Yeah.
we can see
Yeah.
that the car was moving when all the things were happening in real time. The
Right. All
car
right.
was the car was moving, and it didn't stop. Even it was going on after the tree.
Yeah.
It passed the tree and it was going on. If you will watch that scene again, you will notice that. But in the end, when he was telling Sophie the story, the car stopped very behind. You know,
Behind. Okay.
so of course he was bluffing in the end.
Okay. So
And
so what you're saying is that the story does not match what he was saying, right?
Yeah.
So
When the story was running in the real time, the car didn't stop. But when he was telling the story to Sophie, the car stopped very early. You know,
okay.
when you will watch these scenes again, you will notice that.
So you think the story is made up because of the inconsistency?
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, why would they short it like that?
in
Exactly.
every aspect, every theory, the end story is obviously made up. We can take it for granted, The end story is obviously made up. We have no doubt, I think. Am I
Okay.
right, Teacher Paul?
not
I
for
think
granted.
so.
I think
I don't
uh,
know.
uh,
Yeah,
I
Arjun?
don't like the ending to be
That's what
made up.
I thought.
It should
Yeah.
be something nice. Because it
But no one was
just
there. He
let's say
wouldn't have
you
ended
in a
that.
situation, if you would have liked the movie also, then also you are just in different thoughts, so it does
Hmm.
not give clarity.
Yeah, so I
I
think in my concept, if you give an ending that is clear, then it's less of a masterpiece than if you give the audience the possibility of discussing. So I think both would be okay if they gave a clear explanation. So this is what happened. He took the moral ground. That would be nice. Okay, that would be interesting. But I think something better would be if we have the decision. If we think, because then the audience will be the ones that decide his fate. If he, like for example, Sophie told him, you should have taken her eyes. So you can see that Sophie has her decision, as in forget morality. She killed,
Yeah.
Simi killed a lot of people, take her eyes. But we as the audience, I think we need to have that debate and that discussion. No, he shouldn't have. Even though she's a bad person, we should value a life over, So I think the fact that they put that scene at the end with Simi trying to kill him, and that whole story that could have been made up or could have not been made up, I think that whole scene should have not been in the movie, and we should have the ability to discuss what would you do,
Yeah,
what would you have done, so we can choose for the character. I think that would be the nice ending, the best ending, in my opinion.
yeah,
Yeah.
but there is one question in my mind. In the
All right.
beginning he was trying to do different things to impress Sophie,
Yeah.
if you would have seen, but in the end he just left her, and even he just told her that the story, and he just went. I
He
didn't
he
felt.
he asked her to like stay here. Then Sophie said, "I have flight for tomorrow," something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he would have done something else, or I don't know.
So, yeah, this might be possible because see, he is not doing anything like proposing her again and saying sorry because she caught them both mating
Yeah.
in his room, because that's why he might be in guilt and he thought just let's move on. And yeah, but this is, see, here is a thing. This is a theory and powerful theory that Simi Sinha and that Akash both were in love, both together killed uh whom, Mr.
Yeah. The actor.
the
Um.
actor, yeah, Pramod Sinha. Pramod, yeah,
Pramod.
Pami. Yeah, so both together might have killed that actor, and just see
That's what I
Akash
was.
just made up the story to Sophie that there is a police character, there is a auto rickshaw guy, and
Yeah.
everything like that.
That's what I
You
was
know,
thinking from half of the movie. I was thinking the plot twist could be that he actually helped kill, but they didn't go that route.
because whenever I
Yeah.
see Simi Sinha and Akash together from the beginning, she was like more. Her face expression was somehow erotic in the beginning when I say see her. When she saw Akash playing the piano,
Yeah.
and from that time I thought, are they both going to end dating each other?
Yeah.
And
They had
yeah,
chemistry.
yeah, they had chemistry from the beginning. That's what I was trying to say. And of course, that Sophie caught them in the bed. I mean, why would you, after poisoning or giving any medicine to that guy, would stay still in that house? This makes no sense. You would
Well,
have ran away,
yeah, but one
right?
of one of the things is maybe she wasn't finished. She was still in the process of blinding him, and then Sophie came in, or came and knocked at the door, and then in order for her to have an alibi, then
Yeah,
she
yeah.
she pretended she was, and at the same time pretending she was sleeping with him, she would distance Sophie from him so that they won't have communication.
That, yeah, and that is the most appropriate thing, because if she would have not opened the door was locked from inside. So
Yeah.
Sophie would have broke into her house and catch him lying on the floor, and her with a poison.
Yeah.
So she made up something that prevented Sophie to go a step further. She just saw them, got angry, and left the house.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
your last theory? You had three, right? Or four?
I had four, but I mixed all of them
Okay.
because,
Okay.
yeah, I
Let's
became
see.
nervous.
Mm, why are you nervous? Don't be nervous. Let's see if
No,
anyone
not
else.
right now, but I just messed up all things from the beginning, and
Okay.
yeah.
Let's see if anyone else has something. Arjun, Mewtwo Baby, Devan, Deadman, Joker.
Are we done? So Arjun, Joker, Devang,
Do you guys have
Deadman.
any counter? Okay, so
Hello, am I audible?
yeah, you're
Yeah, yeah.
audible.
I don't have any counter, but the thing is, only thing that I didn't like in the movie is that it in the end left lots of loose strings. If they would have left one or two, then it would have worked, but they left so many.
But you
That
know what I liked?
That's why we are discussing here now, because this is
Yeah,
so elaborate.
but do you know what I like? What I saw in the movie? They were giving a lot of signs that people were paying for what they did. So you can see that the blind guy, he was pretending to be blind, he became blind.
Yeah,
The people selling organs had their organs sold. Not sold, but donated. The guy who killed got killed, or he killed himself. So whatever they did in the beginning, it came back and happened to them. So that was something that was very clear in the movie, and I thought that was very interesting. The fact that they paid for what they had planted. They had, sowed at the very beginning
Karma
of the movie.
hit back, yeah,
Exactly,
to them.
karma, instant karma.
Yeah. So, can I conclude my opinion? I mean,
Sure.
the
Yeah.
the theory. Yeah. So I think I missed fourth theory, and I am now into three theories now. The first theory is as the movie goes, and the last scene where he pretended to be a nobleman, and he's saying, "No, we cannot take his eyes, liver, anything. Doctor, you are doing wrong, and you can just drop us both on the road, and you can just go." He said. So this is obviously made up, and he because throughout the movie we can see the whole movie is full of fraud. Everyone is, if
Yeah.
he gets a chance, he is not hesitating to kill one, everyone is doing, is immoral here in the movie. That rickshaw driver, that girl, and even Simi, that even the police is immoral here. So why Akash is being so moral? So because of that,
Because he's
considering that
narrating
thing.
his own story. He's narrating
Yeah,
his story.
obviously. And if you are narrating, you will try your best to prove yourself, a man of your word and a noble man,
Yeah,
so
and
he's narrating story to Sophie. That's why the last part is made up.
yeah,
The
and
first theory is that.
let me just add to what you're saying. While watching the movie, I thought Simi is actually gonna get away with this. They both did bad things, and they're both gonna get away because after she attacked the doctor, they both got in the car. I thought she was gonna forgive him, and they would both get away. But I understand that the fact that she turned around and try to run him over, and she died.
Yeah.
I think that was the movie telling us that everybody paid for their debts, except the hero, which is supposed to be, what's his name? I forgot now. Akash, right? So everybody paid. The
Their
Murali,
prices.
yeah, Murali died. The police officer died. If we're gonna go with what the movie was saying,
Mhm.
the lady, the auntie, what's her name? Who was with
Her name
Murali?
was Masi. They call her
Masi.
Masi.
Masi
Yeah.
didn't die, but she
See,
lost.
her life is over. Like,
Yeah, her life is over.
he Murli died, and what will she live for? I mean,
Exactly.
yeah.
Who else was bad and paid for their? The child got slapped in his face and lost his video. Even the
Died.
child paid. The doctor, maybe he died, maybe he didn't, but he didn't get what he wanted. I don't know. Maybe he died because he was bleeding in the middle of the road. So the doctor
He
died
was
without any medical assistance. So I
he was
think
very fascinated. Yeah, for like pulling blood out of human. So he died
yeah,
by blood loss,
exactly. And
throat cutting. Yeah.
the only one who did not pay for anything was Akash and
Mm-hmm.
Sophie. So Sophie, we know she's innocent. She's been innocent from the beginning of the movie. And
Yeah.
according to your theory, Akash is innocent in his own mind. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why the ending could have been made up by his own narration. So it makes sense what you're saying in those terms.
Yeah.
But I think what the
And
movie wanted to
yeah.
show is that everybody paid for their debts.
Obviously, and that is a type of storytelling. And yeah, let me tell you, in 2019, I have just googled it.
Okay.
It got 3 national awards. All right.
Wow. Okay.
National Film Awards. The movie got Best Feature Film in Hindi award, Best Actor for Ayushmann Khurrana. Like, Ayushmann Khurrana got Best Actor award in 2019,
You got
and Best Screenplay award.
wow.
I mean,
That's
yeah, the
nice.
screenplay is obviously
Bro, but
outstanding.
there is one thing
Twist and
I just do
turns.
not believe.
Yes.
If you would have heard, I just don't believe these awards. Even on the biggest actors of Bollywood, they also say the same thing. The thing is, they just get an award for performing. The company or the organizer ask them if you just do a program for us or a
All
dance
right. I
performance
think
for
I
us.
think you are
Okay.
talking about
But
IFA awards, but
let's
this is
not get
not it.
into
This is
that.
national awards, bro. Given
Okay.
from
But
from Ministry of
guys,
Entertainment.
let's not
National
get
award, bro. This is not IFA.
Yeah, I
okay.
am not
But
criticizing about
wait,
the movie. I'm
Arjun,
just telling
calm
the
down.
side of.
Okay, let's not get into the merits of the awards. Let's just focus on if let's be the judge. Did we think he was a good actor? Let's not get into the award
Obviously, he was
debate.
a good
Yeah,
actor.
acting
So
He
was the
was
best.
I think he did a great
I
job acting. So
a blind man. He was performing a blind man,
yeah.
and
So and
I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
another person that really did a great job acting was the police officer's wife. When she was crying, man, her
yeah.
veins were popping out. So if they got an
And
award,
police officer himself, he was always panicking like that
Yes,
in the
yeah,
she is
bathroom.
also
That guy is
a
also
daily serial actress on TV. She also comes
yeah.
in many serials.
I
She
think
used to come before.
the only bad actress in this movie was the nurse that gave the news. If you guys rewatch that scene, you're gonna see when the nurse gave the news that Murali died. She was almost laughing or something. You can watch it again. I thought she was the only bad actress there,
I
but the
didn't
rest,
notice that.
But she was. I mean, we cannot
no, she's
consider
not.
this
Yeah,
her in the movie.
she
Yeah,
was a
side actor
what's the name?
maybe.
Man, I forgot how you call those.
See me?
When a person is just, I forgot how, extra. There you go, extras. She was just an extra.
Yeah, extra.
Yeah.
All right. I got the point.
Okay.
We should we concluding these like Murli, Masi, Simi, Police Chief, Akash, and Sophie. I think Sophie was not acting at all. She was being herself. Like, what would you expect from a lady of that age? She just not acting. I think
Yeah.
it was so easy for. It might be so easy for her. I think,
Yeah, she was being
but
very natural.
natural, like innocent girl kind of thing. So
Yeah.
she doesn't need to put that much effort into her acting. But when it comes to Simi had to do a lot,
Yeah.
like crying for the trains and
Exactly.
changing her emotions, obviously
No,
crying, and in the other scene
Simi,
hitting Akash.
the character herself was a good actor. You know, the character,
Obviously, yeah,
because
yeah.
she was pretending to, you know. But I
The
think another
actress,
plot
yeah.
twist would be that he killed himself, right? But he didn't kill himself. Well, he did. The gun went off by accident. So at the end of the day, nobody was guilty. The guilt started coming when she threw the
Whom are you
lady,
referring he to? Like who killed himself?
the guy who,
Policeman.
no, the Pramod,
Pramod actor.
Pramod, the actor.
Actor is Akash here, na?
No, the actor,
No,
the
Oh,
legendary
Pramod
actor.
Sinha.
movie actor.
Pami, yeah.
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 Everything started because he accidentally shot himself. But then we can't believe Simi either. That's the thing. We can't trust anybody in this movie.
No, it might be possible. Akash and Simi both planned his,
Yeah.
death, and Akash shot him. Who knows? Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
Okay,
We cannot tell it.
we're gonna wrap this up in 2 minutes. The other awards you said they won was for screenplay. So what did you guys think of the screenplay? Do you agree it should have won the award?
I know it was a masterpiece.
Yes.
It was emotional,
Yeah,
emotional roller coaster ride.
Yeah. And I
yeah, it
especially
would
love the
have.
Scene
background
we are
music.
happy. All right, background music, audio visual masterpiece. I can say
Yeah.
because
Arjun?
it has Arjun. Where is Arjun? Jadoo.
Hello. Yeah. It would have won, I think so. But some might would not have liked the ending because they are not used to it. Because in Indian movies, mostly in Indian movies, we don't have such kind of ending.
Yeah.
But
But
due to the acting and all the story, kind of, it would have won
so you
definitely.
think the screenplay was good except for the ending?
But ending,
Yeah, all those
um,
backgrounds and all.
Yeah. Okay. What else did they win not Oscar, an award
best
for?
acting,
Best acting, best screenplay,
Yeah.
and there was another one.
best feature film in
Best feature.
2019.
Wow, best feature
Yeah.
film. Wow.
Yeah.
What other
So
movies were there? Do you know?
no, but it's available on Wikipedia, and from there only I had just heard that
Okay.
Andhadhun won best feature film award when I went to like wikipedia.org,
Yeah.
I found two awards extra, like
Okay.
best actor Ayushmann Khurrana and best screenplay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
this was remade in other industries, right? I remember I
No,
reacted
this
to.
movie itself is a remake, you know,
It's a remake.
from a yeah, from a French movie, but the movie was
Oh,
only
it's remade
a
from
little bit,
French.
like, yeah, 10-11 minutes short movie, and they like took inspiration from that movie,
Okay.
like starting scene, the movie, you know, from which this movie is made, that only
Yeah.
shows that a guy is blind. He was pretending to be blind, and
Yeah.
he actually saw something and he cannot, you know,
Okay.
because everyone knows he's a blind. If even though he will confess, he will have to pay for, you know, society will look down on him that you were
Yeah.
pretending blind.
Okay.
This was the basic story, and then they took that story and made this long
Okay.
feature film, 10
But
11 minutes to this.
yeah. But then there was another remake for, I think, Telugu version. I remember I reacted to two versions.
uh, I don't know, I don't have any idea.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't
Might
know.
be possible.
Mainly because we guys do not know that much of remake, because we mainly watch a movie if it is good. If we get to know a movie
No,
is
I
good,
only
then
know
we
that
watch.
Bollywood is always remaking southern part of
Yeah,
India's movie, like Malayalam, Telugu,
Yeah.
Tamil. They are, but I don't have any idea that southern Indians are remaking
Yeah,
Bollywood's
they have made a
concept.
remake. I have watched Paul's reaction video, but I cannot just remember the movie's name. What was it?
All right,
Okay, I'm gonna find out right now. Let's see.
all right.
Andhadhun. Because I remember I reacted to. It was Andhadhun versus Maestro. Okay, so Maestro is the remake, I think. Maestro is the remake 2021. And it's a. What language is this? Telugu. Yeah. So it's a Maestro is a 2021 movie, Telugu language. Yeah, so you guys can go watch my reaction to this. I'm actually going to put it here, and I'm actually going to watch it again to see which one is best. But I'm going to post it here on the chat and also in the comments for everyone who's watching. Okay, guys, I think this is a good time to wrap this up. We have been here
Yeah.
for 42 minutes talking about this. I also want to
yeah, bro.
ask you guys, can I post this on YouTube?
Obviously, why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just ask the people who are watching right now. Guys, these are just our opinions, okay? We are not the master of the truth or anything. So keep the comment section calm and, you know, don't offend anyone who has partaken of this Discord debate. This is actually a really fun thing to do. So if you guys want to join us, the link is in the description. Join us on Discord, and I'm sure you guys will be able to bring your best series, and we can discuss the movies and talk about it. So we watched the full movie together. We talked about it. So it was a fun afternoon or evening for you guys. Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah, obviously I do.
Okay, so we're gonna do this more often. This is exclusive to everyone on Discord. So if you guys are not on Discord yet, join us, and it's free. I mean, you don't have anything to lose. Except your precious
Before
time.
we wrap up, I want to say one thing.
Yes.
Listen carefully. I am Batman.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You're actually Joker. You have a picture of Joker, though.
Oxymoron.
Okay, guys. So anything else you want to say, Arjun?
No, bro. Just would meet you. Also, do you know why I kept this name Jadu Arjun? This is related to Koi Mil Gaya.
It's
The
not.
Yeah.
series from.
Okay, so it's not your real name.
No, Arjun is my
Actually,
real name. Jadu. Jadu
Oh,
is
is a alien
related to
character.
that.
so what is your name?
My name is Arjun Sharma. Original name that was earlier.
Oh, okay,
But
okay, okay.
now I just added Jadu as edit as its prefix.
Okay. But I'm still calling you Arjun. That's still your name, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
fine. I
so
was just telling you as Koi Mil Gaya didn't win. I just put that name and hope it would win someday because it's a great movie.
yeah. Hey, it depends on people who are voting, so hopefully next time. But for now, guys, I think that's it. So thank you, Drona, thank you, Arjun, thank you, Deadman, thank you, Omroy, thank you, Tutun, and thank you, Joker, for sticking until the very end. Guys, I will see you on YouTube next video, or on Discord, or on Patreon. I'll see you. Take care. Bye-bye.